Welcome, and thank you so much for joining me. Roll out your mat, find a comfortable seat, and take some time to settle in. For practice today, we will be utilizing one block. If you do not have a block, you can use a thick book or anything similar in size. When you feel ready, find your way onto your back, and we will begin today's practice in Shavasana with a grounding meditation. You may have your feet firmly planted on the floor, knees to the sky, in constructive rest pose, or you can extend the legs long in a traditional Shavasana. When you feel that you've arrived, take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth and settle into stillness. We'll take another deep breath like this, inhaling through the nose and letting go of everything that came before this present moment. Another deep breath in. Exhale to surrender. Breathing in and out through the nose, continue with long, slow, deep breaths as you begin to bring your awareness to the parts of your body that are touching the earth. Beginning with your feet, feel your feet, your heels resting on the earth, becoming aware of any sensations that may be present in the feet. Continuing to breathe deeply as your awareness shifts to your legs and your glutes, feeling the weight of your body sink with every exhale as the support of the earth rises to meet you with every inhale. Feeling your entire back body, the back of your head, and the arms resting on the earth. Feeling supported and connected to the ground beneath you. On the next breath in, begin to bring the knees into the chest and rock side to side, massaging the spine. Placing the feet flat on the floor, grab your block and place it vertically underneath the hips. The block is the same direction as the spine. Placing your sacrum fully on the block, there will be some space in the lower back, so there should be no pinching. Feel free to adjust until it is comfortable. When you feel positioned, bend the left leg, placing the top of the left foot on the mat, bringing a stretch to the left thigh. This can be rather intense, so back off if you feel any pain and find your edge. The arms can be down by the side, or you can lift the arms up overhead to add a little bit more. Wherever you are, utilize the breath to bring release to the thigh. Allow your breaths to be long, slow, and deep here. Expanding the area of the thigh on the inhale and watching tension melt on the exhale. On your next breath, bring the arms down by your side, release the foot flat on the earth, and we'll go ahead and take it to the other side. Bending the right knee so the right foot is flat on the earth. Find your edge where you feel a stretch that is not too intense, one that you will be able to breathe through. The breath is where all the magic lies, so use it to your advantage to bring openness to the thigh. The arms can remain down by the side, or if you'd like to take it further, you can reach the arms up overhead. Wherever you choose to be, breathe deeply. Allow your breath to anchor you into the pose. If you are having trouble settling your mind, you can explore breathing in for a count of 4 and out for a count of 4. We call this rhythmic breathing. Focus on the breath and simply allow the release to happen. Releasing the right foot flat on the earth, bringing the arms back down by your side. Bring the knees into the chest. Take a breath here and then extend the legs long into a waterfall position. Breathe deeply, allow the blood to flow in the opposite direction. On the next breath, lower the legs, remove the block. So you are laying flat on the earth. Bring the knees into the chest and rock from side to side to release the spine. Extend the left leg out long, pulling the right knee into the chest. Take a breath here. And on your next exhale, draw the right knee over to the left for a supine twist. Option to grab the block and place it underneath the right knee to bring the ground up to you. Gaze can be facing the ceiling, or you can turn the head to the right, looking at the right thumb. Wherever you are, breathe deeply and allow your spine to unwind. As always, the focus is on the breath. The deeper you breathe, the deeper your ability to release. Releasing that stretch, bring both knees into the chest and rock from side to side, releasing the spine. Moving the block to the other side, we'll go ahead and take it to the right, extending the right leg long, pulling the left knee into the chest. Take a breath here. On your next exhale, draw the left knee over to the right, extending the left arm out long. You have an option to use the block to support the left knee. And once again, the gaze can be towards the ceiling, or you can turn the head to gaze at the left thumb. Wherever you are, breathe. Fill the lower belly, back, and ribs with air. Create space in the body as the spine unwinds and detoxes. Take one final breath on this side. And on the next breath, unwind, bring the knees into the chest, rocking from side to side. The hands grab behind the thighs, rocking 3 times the length of your spine, pausing in boat pose if you would like to add a little balance. And after the 3rd time, come to a seat, swinging the feet to the left side of the body. Will move into mermaid pose. The left hand will come on the mat, will reach the right arm up overhead, bringing a stretch into the right side body. Right palm to the mat, left palm reaches to the sky as we come up on those knees, getting a nice back bend. And coming down and back into mermaid pose, we'll repeat once more. Left arm reaches overhead, side body stretch. Left arm comes to the mat, right arm reaches up overhead, coming onto the knees for back bend. Coming to a seat, switch the legs, we'll take it to the other side. Left palm plants, right arm reaches up overhead, side body stretch. On an exhale, right arm to the mat, inhale, left arm reaches up overhead, coming onto the knees, back bend. Flowing back into a mermaid pose, right arm overhead. And on an exhale, drop the right hand, left arm reaches to the sky, coming onto the knees for a back bend. Find your way to a seat, and we'll make our way into a cat-cow tabletop position. Checking in with your alignment when you arrive, wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips, nice flat back. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the head, cow pose. Exhale, round the spine, drop the head. Continue these cat-cow motions with your own breath. Allow this to feel good here. I invite you to begin the movement with the tailbone every time and allow the movement to reverberate up the spine. Notice how this changes the position. Allow the breath to propel the movement here. And once again, find something that feels good. This is your practice. Allow these postures to serve you. Moving into some circles here, you can choose hip circles or barrel rolls. I am moving in barrel rolls for this practice. Barrel rolls are similar to a cat-cow motion, except you're adding a circular twist to it. Finding what feels good in your body and flow. Once again, the movement starts at the tailbone and reverberates up the spine. Circling in the opposite direction, flow with your breath here. Allow your breath to be your guide. Find your way to center for one breath, and then make your way into a seat with the left leg in front of the right. We'll move into hip circles. Circling in one direction, the breath propels the movement. And taking those circles in the opposite direction, allow this to feel good in your body. Find your way back to center. On an inhale, sit up nice and tall, and on an exhale, fold over that right knee. The left arm can push the left knee away from you. Breathe deeply here. Find a release in the hips and the lower back. On an inhale, rise up and extend the right leg out long. Left foot comes to the inner thigh. The right forearm can either be on top of the right shin or next to it, finding what feels good for you. Inhale, reach the left arm up overhead and bring the left hand to hook behind the left ear. Breathe deep into this side body stretch. On your next inhale, come out and bring the right foot in front of the left. We'll move back into those hip circles. Breath propels movement here. Flow with the breath. Circling in the other direction. Find your way to center. Inhale to sit up nice and tall, and on an exhale, fold over that left knee. The right hand can push against the right knee, giving you more leverage. Breathe deeply, releasing the hips and the lower back. On an inhale, rise and extend the left leg, this time right foot to the inner thigh. Once again, the left forearm can be on top of the shin or next to it. On an inhale, sweep the right arm up overhead and bring the right hand to touch the right ear. Breathe into this side body stretch, pulling the right elbow behind you to open the heart space. On an inhale, come back to center, and you guessed it, bring the left foot in front of the right. Take a deep inhale to sit up nice and tall, and on an exhale, fold forward. Option to have the palms flat on the earth or to tense the fingertips. We want the arms to be active here. Breathe deeply and release the spine. One final deep breath here. On your next inhale, rise up, extending the right leg, bringing the left foot to the inner thigh. Finding the same hand position you did last time. Inhale, sweep the left arm up overhead, this time coming into a full side body stretch. Breathe deeply. Gaze is looking past the elbow. On your next inhale, find your way back to center, bringing the right foot in front of the left. Sit up nice and tall with an inhale, and on an exhale, fold forward. One final breath here. Inhale to rise, extend the left leg long, right foot to the inner thigh, finding the same hand position that works for you. Inhale, right arm sweeps up and overhead for a full side body stretch. Inhale, find your way to center. Take a breath here to situate yourself, and then we will move onto all fours through tabletop, pushing back into our first downward dog of practice. Option to bend one knee and then the other here, taking your dog for a walk, just finding whatever movement feels good. And when you're ready, come into stillness, taking a deep breath here. Moving into spinal rolls. Inhale, ripple the spine forward into plank. Exhale, bend the knees, push back into a downward dog. We'll do this a few times, so move with your own breath. Inhale to lift the heels, ripple the spine forward one vertebra at a time. Coming into plank, exhale, bend the knees, arch the spine, push back into downward dog. If you're looking at the screen, don't mind me. You'll find me checking my posture as I work on my plank pose. Just move with your own breath here. Allow this feet to feel good as you are bringing strength and flexibility into the spine. Meeting in downward dog, and on an inhale, walk the toes tiny steps to the top of the mat, halfway lift, and exhale into a forward fold, grabbing opposite elbows, rock from side to side. We'll spend a few breaths here, find what feels good. Bending the knees generously here, breathe deeply, find a release in the back of the legs. Releasing the arms on an inhale, slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. Shoulders roll last. Arms reach up overhead, grabbing a gift from the universe, peace, grace, love, whatever you need most, and bringing it down to your heart center. Adjust your stance so your feet are together, really together. Lift the toes and push into all four corners of the mat. When you feel stable in this stance, go ahead and drop the toes one toe at a time. Mountain pose. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Grab your block, placing it to the outside of the right foot. Placing the left hand on top of the block. Inhale, straighten the right leg as you reach the left arm up to the sky for a twist. Gaze can be to the floor or to the ceiling. Exhale, bring the left arm down, bend the right knee, and we'll take it to the other side. Block moves to the outside of the left foot, right hand to the block. Inhale, extend the left leg as you reach the right arm up to the sky for a twist. Once again, gaze to the floor or to the ceiling. Breathe deeply. Exhale, release, move the prop out of the way. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the palms and step back into a downward dog. Moving into those spinal rolls once again. Inhale to ripple the spine forward. Exhale, push back into a downward dog. Repeat this 3 more times. Next time you are in plank, stay here. Take a deep inhale. Repeat to yourself, I am strong. Exhale with control, come all the way down to the mat. Moving into cobra rolls, the palms can be directly underneath the shoulders, or you can tent the fingertips on the outer edge of the mat. Inhale to roll up, bringing a stretch to the chest. Exhale to roll down. Inhale, roll up, cobra pose. Exhale, roll down. Twice more with your own breath. Release the palms, bend the knees, kicking the feet towards your glutes, grab the ankles, and on an inhale, push up into boat pose. Gaze is about 6 inches in front of you. Breathe into this back bend. And exhale, release, pushing yourself back into a child's pose. Release the back, flip the palms up to the sky to release the wrist. On an inhale, push yourself up through table and into downward dog. Ripple your spine forward into plank. Nice straight back. Check in with your posture. Deep breath here. Drop the heels over to the left. Right arm reaches to the sky. Side body plank. If this is too much, you have an option to bring the left knee down to the ground. For plank prep, you get the same workout here. Breathe deeply in your side plank. If you'd like to take it a little further, you can play around with reaching the right foot up to the sky. Wherever you are, return both palms on the mat, plank. Take a deep breath in, exhale down to the mat. Inhale for cobra, exhale, release. Push yourself back into downward dog. Inhale, ripple yourself into plank, checking in with your posture. Deep breath here, I am strong. Dropping the heels over to the right, inhale, reach the left arm up to the sky, side body plank. Once again, you have an option to bring the right knee down to the ground if you'd like to take it a little easier. And if you'd like to go a little more, bring the left foot up to the sky. If you fall, simply smile and come back into this. You got this. I am strong. Your next breath, find your way into traditional plank. Inhale here, exhale down to the mat. Inhale for cobra. Exhale, release. Push yourself back into downward dog. 3 deep breaths here. Catch your breath, rest. You have an option to go into child's pose if you need. On your next inhale, make your way to the top of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, release the arms, roll up to standing, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, step back into plank. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, flow through a vinyasa. Meeting in a downward dog. Inhale, lift the left leg to the sky, bend the knee, open up that hip, deep breath here. If it's within your practice, you can release the left foot to the mat, opening up into wild thing. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, bend the knee, plant the foot in between the palms. Find your balance, rise up, warrior 1. Deep breath here, arms are wide as if you're holding a beach ball between the palms. Open the back foot to a 45-degree angle, interlace the fingers behind the back, bow down, humble warrior. Release the arms, inhale, windmill them open, coming into warrior 2. The weight is in the back foot here, so you are pushing evenly throughout both feet. The arms are nice and even here. Tuck the tailbone, lower abs engaged. Inhale, flip the left palm, reach it up to the sky, reverse warrior. Exhale forward into side angle, option to have the left elbow resting on the left knee, or to bring the left palm all the way down to the ground. Wherever you are, breathe. Inhale into warrior two. Sink even lower. Inhale, straighten the leg, arms up overhead into star pose. Hands to heart center. Interlace the fingers behind the back, roll the shoulders back, chest lifts. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward, wide-legged forward fold. If you can, the arms reach up off the back, bringing a stretch into the shoulders as well as the legs. Releasing the arms and find what feels good here. It may feel good to sway from side to side or to stay in stillness. You can bring the palms behind the legs to get a deeper stretch, or if it's within your practice, I invite you to move into a headstand. If you have left the earth, I invite you to find your way back down to the ground, everyone meeting in a wide-legged forward fold. Bring your hands to your hips, inhale, rise up, and we'll take it to the other side, turning the right foot towards the back of the mat. The left foot is in that 45-degree angle coming into warrior two. Bend into that right knee, looking forward. The weight is evenly distributed between your feet. Flip the right palm, inhale, reach it to the sky, left arm to the thigh, reverse warrior. Exhale, forward side angle, right elbow can come to the right knee or right palm down to the mat. Wherever you are, breathe deeply. Inhale up, warrior two. Release the arms to interlace behind your back, square the hips towards the front of the mat, and bow into humble warrior. Deep breath here. Release the arms, pivot the back foot, inhale, rise up, high lunge. Once again, wide arms, there's a beach ball between your hands. Option to take a small back bend if you'd like. Exhale, hands to the mat, framing that right foot. Right leg reaches up to the sky, bend the right knee, opening up the hip. If it's within your practice, right foot comes to the floor, opening all the way up into wild thing. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, flow through a vinyasa. Everyone meeting in downward dog, where we'll take 3 deep breaths. On your inhale, drop your knees, push back into a child's pose, and enjoy this well-deserved rest. When you're ready, simply roll over onto your back, bringing your knees into the chest, rock from side to side, massage the lower back. Right leg extends long, left knee into the chest. Deep breath here. And on an exhale, twist to the right, opening into a supine twist. Inhale, find your way back to center, bringing both knees into the chest, rocking from side to side. Extending the left leg long, this time right knee into the chest, deep breath. And on an exhale, twist over to the left, moving into your supine twist on the other side. Inhale to come back to center, knees into the chest, release the spine. And when you're ready, grab the outer edges of the feet, kicking up into a happy baby. Bring a smile to your face as you rock from side to side, enjoying the fruits of your practice. When you're ready, release this pose, moving into Shavasana, our final resting pose. Shavasana, or corpse pose, is one of the most important asanas we can do, as it allows our body, our energy field, to integrate all of the work that we've put in today. So breathe, relax, and let go. Allow yourself to integrate. Bringing your hands to your third eye as you take a moment in gratitude for yourself for showing up to the mat today, for the practice of yoga, and whatever else you have to be grateful for. Thank you all so much for joining me. This is where I leave you. Namaste.